Exciting news, Mila Kunis is coming to the small screen. John Travolta says, let it go, and a housewife faces jail time. It's all in Pop Talk.
Entertainment journalist David Caplan, world traveler too, from gossipdavid.com, joins us now on the couch with this morning's scoop. So now let's start with our legal brief. Teresa and Joe Giudice, what is the status now?
So they have pleaded guilty to all these fraud charges, bankruptcy fraud, there was some mail fraud. So they're going to be sentenced on July 8th. That's when we're going to know. She faces 2 years in prison. He faces 4 years in prison.
What's the prognosis, even though I'm mixing a metaphor? What do you think?
I think they will get jail time. I mean, likely a reduced sentence, but keep in mind the judge may take into consideration they have 4 daughters, so it's obviously going to be a huge impact on them. But the show must go on. And
is the show going to go on?
It is absolutely going on.
So she's going to continue with Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Exactly. In fact, right now they're fast-tracking the filming of it so they can get all the scenes in before their sentencing in July.
Wait, really?
It's going to be ratings
Wouldn't
gold.
you think she'd want to spend time with the kids?
That's what I'm saying. This is devastating.
But she makes a lot of money. I mean, their main source of income comes from the show. So they really need this. And the producer's concerns is that they may be in prison though by the time the reunion show happens. So that's their big problem. That's the issue here.
Priorities.
Priorities are really straight here, though.
Her hair does look fabulous, though. She
looked good.
Looked dynamite.
She did that great sort of perp walk yesterday. She looked good. And then she released a statement afterwards saying, she respects whatever the court decides. She's apologized for this. She's concerned about her daughter. So we'll see. But I mean, 2 years for her, 4 years for him. It's pretty much a guarantee she'll serve some time.
And these are young kids, too.
Oh, totally, yeah.
John Travolta, what's the latest on his Oscar flub?
Finally, it took 2 days, but he apologized. On Tuesday, he released a statement saying, he was, thinking about it all day, and then he said, he thought of what Idina would say, that's her real name, Idina Menzel, and that she would just say, basically, go on, the show must go on, and that was it. He didn't acknowledge why he mispronounced her name, but he basically apologized for it. And Idina herself, she hasn't formally commented on this, but the buzz is that she just sort of laughed it off, and for her, it was all about being on the Oscars,
I feel so bad for him. He said he's been beating himself up. You have to think that he has been,
I think he's been beating himself up, but...
He says, I've been beating myself up all day. Then I thought, what would Idina Menzel say? She'd say, let it go, let it go. I mean, then you
That's assuming they know each other, by the way. Like, I thought it was funny he sort of said that. It's like, are you two besties or something?
Well,
like,
they met backstage, I'm sure.
This isn't really much of an apology, though. He's not really saying, I'm sorry.
He's not saying, I'm sorry. He's not saying why it happened. So that's why I question how much sort of that sort of sentiment there. It's like, oh, I know, Idina, this is what she'd say. It's like, she hasn't said anything yet.
I know. Well, we're waiting to hear from her.
I hope he doesn't get sick and come down with Saturday Night Fever.
But let's talk about Mila Kunis. She's coming back to TV.
This is amazing. So she's going to be on 2.5 Men, which is, of course, her fiancé, Ashton Kutcher's show. She's going to guest star on it. And, of course, this is their second time on TV together. We all know they were on that 70s show.
Yes.
So fun, warm and fuzzy reunion. They just got announced, that they were getting engaged. So it's a great little sort of PR move. And she is going to play. And I feel when you have off-screen sort of people who are together, they always play on-screen people who are together.
Right.
So she's going to play someone who comes onto the show who Ashton Kutcher's character thinks is the one.
Okay, but then this is not even acting at this point. You know what I mean? Because they're together anyway.
But
so, like...
The one hitch, though, in the storyline, though, is that Ashton already, supposedly, in the show, has the one. So, love triangle. And in real life...
now that's getting interesting.
Yeah, there's no love triangle in real life. So,
kind of a Charlie Sheen throwback then. Denise Richards did the show a couple of times as Charlie's love interest on the show, too.
And look how well it worked out for them.
It's great for ratings. Everyone's going to watch it. And like I said, fresh off their engagement, I think it's great for buzz, and it's the right thing to do. It'll be fun to watch.
Okay.
All right, fast-track shooting on Avengers 2, and I think I know why.
Scarlett Johansson, she just announced she's pregnant with her fiancé. Now, Avengers, the film was supposed to shoot actually starting in April. She's due in August, so she's about 4 or so months pregnant. But now they have to fast-track the scenes, and they're going to juggle around scenes, because that super tight black hat suit, basically, she has to wear.
Ain't happening.
I mean, a new mom.
Trust me, I blew up.
Not that there's anything wrong with seeing the curves, but it doesn't go with the character.
There was no latex on here when I was pregnant. No, seriously, it's a big concern, even with a body double. Jill mentioned yesterday, maybe they'll have a body double. You still have those shots, though, that you can't have. I mean, you really need Scarlett in there.
There's only so much Spanx I think she can do to hide
Well, and
those
she's
scars.
not a masked superhero either.
Right,
I mean,
it's
you
her.
see the face.
Exactly.
Now, remember Patricia Heaton? She was always pregnant during. She'd just be carrying laundry or maybe a
But
pillow.
I do have faith, though, in CGI and digital, so you never know. Who knows what they could do at the end, but right now, though, Scarlett is promoting her other movie right now in Europe, so she has to get back really quickly, and then she's going back overseas to start shooting these scenes early.
Okay.